Welcome back, hustlers, to our season finale of the Grand Hustle After Show, episode 12, What Happens in Vegas. They're talking blood, sweat, and tears, this elimination, and the VIP challenge. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Ups and downs, they come and go.
We'll be living the sky.
Hey, I'm gonna send this to George.
I know.
Life's ups and downs, they come around. George, come back, oh no. This is for George.
Oh, such a sad, George. We hate to see you go, George, but it definitely was your time.
And like he said, you know, what goes around comes back,
around.
they know.
Definitely.
And it's like how George was in the beginning. And look.
Sneaky and conniving.
You never know who you're going to need in the end, George.
Absolutely.
Look, he done burned all his bridges at the beginning, and it just didn't help him out in the end.
It didn't.
Yeah. I low-key thought that was going to kind of like help him out win, actually, but it didn't.
We're not gonna.
Just real too quick.
I know. Look, welcome to our after show. I'm Kayla Rene'e. I have my ladies here, of course.
Hey, guys, it's your girl, Shmarri.
Hey, it's your girl, Chellz.
Yes, I'm like, real quick, what were the overall thoughts? I'm like, first of all, I'll start with me. I'm like, it was...
What are your thoughts? You know what? Here I'll go.
Like, bump that. I'm going to talk.
Yeah. Forget y'all. No, I'm just kidding. No. But I was so glad for it to wrap up. It was nice to see the other castmates coming in. But at the same time, I was like, I wonder how all of them got chosen and not like whatever happened to Grace, whatever with Troy and Chris with the hairline.
Yeah. I think some people probably denied it and was just like not interested. You know, some people get a little salty after, you know, it's like no.
I was happy to see Ivan.
Yes.
He's like the life of the party, though. Ivan is hilarious. I thought it was a really good season finale. I love the challenge. I love the fun that was in it. I like that they brought back the old team members. And you know, I think it was a fair game. So.
I liked it. Like you said, I liked seeing everybody come back. Not everybody come back, but I think the people that I was mostly interested in were back, and that was important for me. Like, I didn't care to really see the other people. I didn't care to see Jillian either, but you know,
she's
whatever.
Not like a fave.
I was about to say, I kind of wondered because I'm like, those were almost like the fan favorites. You know what I mean? If you really paid attention to it, like nobody else kind of paid attention to nobody. Like
that's true.
All the other ones was just like, oh,
that's very
those
true.
were the main people, so that makes sense.
Because I'm like, who else was a part of the show? Like after the three that I just named, and then it was like
I liked it. I'm glad that Javi came back. It was good to see her.
Yes,
it was good to see Ivan.
Javi, yes.
Of course, Jonathan, he's a fave. It was great seeing him.
See, it was like Jillian made good TV, so it was like that's probably why I brought her back to make her be all like Cruella de Vil.
Jonathan, he's cool. I like Jonathan.
I
Baby
like
Lil King.
Yeah, Baby Lil King.
Shout out to Jonathan.
He was one of my faves in the beginning too. I liked him. I was really rooting for him.
Yeah,
it's good to see them come back, and everybody's still cool and rooting for each other. Nobody had like animosity.
Well, Jill, of course. Her and George's relationship, I just kind of felt that was messed up in a sense, though. But I don't think anybody that he could have put on George's team was going to feel like super excited to be there.
True.
Because it's George, and he messed with everybody and pissed everybody off.
It was all a strategy because it was like the people on his team were the people who really just kind of didn't get along with. You know what I mean? It was all a plot, to see how he was going to handle under pressure.
The plot and scheme.
I mean, I do think that George tried. He
definitely did,
but you tried to mend at the end when you absolutely need him, which is why Jill was like, that's fake.
What goes around comes back, you know. And
yes,
that's what
happened.
Like,
what goes around comes around, y'all.
Yep.
One thing about them tables, they always turn.
Don't they?
And some of my hand motion.
Yes.
That was a flip.
Okay. Turn.
Really don't know what you came here for.
Okay, come through with the little 90s. So yeah, let's dive into our little challenge real quick. I'm like, our episode was kind of short and sweet, got right to the point. The challenge was like they had to create VIP challenges. Of course, like we mentioned, past castmates came in. Crystal was actually paired with Ivan, Jonathan, and Sierra. George had Jillian, Jonathan, and Javi, all the J's.
Wow.
J5,
J4.
Should have spelled George with a J.
Right.
Jorge at that point.
Jorge. It was Jorge.
That would be Jorge at that point. That's funny. I didn't even think of that. That's hilarious. But yeah, so they had a creative package because T.I. was performing. I was like, okay, finally we get to see T.I. like in his element. They were in Vegas at Dre's nightclub. Of course, shout out to Dre's. So I'm like, I love Dre's.
Shout out to
Dre's not gonna be late, girl. Look in Vegas, but so yeah, they pretty much came up with a thing. So Crystal's strategy was that she wanted to charge $1,500 for like her whole entire package of like a VIP meet and greet, a bottle service, and was it just like the little table thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Just the table and the bottles, everything. And then it was like George had to like he doubled his, and his was like $3,000, but it was only for the meet and greet. So I was like,
that wasn't even smart. This is the thing, and this is been the problem about George the whole season. He does things because he wants to come out the gate, and it seems like he knows what he's doing, but it just never makes sense.
It didn't.
Why would I pay double the price for just a meet and greet alone? That does not make sense.
I think they was going off of what Jonathan was saying, because Jonathan was like, "Oh, we in Vegas, people like to spend money," but it's like I'm not paying on $3,000 for no meet and greet. I don't care if it was Oprah. I don't even know if I'm paying $3 racks.
And Jill, I'm not Jill, and Crystal's made more sense. I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna get a table. Like I'm gonna get my money's worth.
That whole 15 and
exactly.
Like,
you had
experience.
Double the price for less than what she was offering.
Yeah.
No thanks.
And clearly he was stumbling because it was like he was starting to sell just like the tickets. I think he dropped it down to like $100 just for like a VIP thing, and it was like I think that was the meet and greet. So yeah, his $100 was the meet and greet.
And then the actual section was $3,000.
And they was like, no,
you gotta combine that.
Nobody paid me. That's what I'm saying. Like no, he definitely dropped the ball on that. It did not at all. And so yeah, he totally dropped the ball on that. So he ended up selling like no packages. He pretty much only got people to do the meet and greet, which was like $100. So it was like 7 people did it. So you only got $700. But then the good thing about George was that he knew how to hustle and flip it. So he got people to buy bottle service and stuff, but it still wasn't enough. So
no.
I was like, in the end, I think he only raised
$2,000 something dollars.
$2,384. And then Crystal, with her just selling 4 packages, already was at $6,000.
It's
that
simple
easy.
math.
Like, that
It's
easy.
simple math.
I'm a
That
little
was real
confused. That's
easy.
how he got the $84 when he was selling it for $690 per bottle. So how do you get an odd number? Like how do you get?
Like, honey,
Where does the $4? It should have been a solid number. So I'm trying to figure, we getting tips? I mean, what's going on here?
That's true. Probably, I was gonna say he was probably getting tips and probably messed himself up.
Yeah, he probably pocket that money.
Right?
You know
he
he did.
kept saying the whole hustle thing, his money,
Even in the edits, he was just counting the cash. So it was like, where was you been? Y'all turned that into T.I.? I was gonna say
when the camera was
exactly, he took it.
And that suit
George,
jacket.
we know you didn't do that, George. We know you're a good person.
And his little tux.
Good
Do we know?
Samaritan.
No, we don't.
George been in that same tux all season.
Oh, George.
Oh,
No comment. He did switch it up at the end. He put the black and white one on. I don't think he wore it before, right?
Like a little suit and tie.
You guys think
Yeah,
George is cute?
No.
No.
Like in a daddy uncle way?
No, I don't think a dad and uncle is cute.
Oh, okay. Just
It's
wondering.
kind of like incestual a little bit, isn't it?
It's not incestual.
I
Not
mean,
your
Drake-
personal dad.
Drake
and
is
uncle.
a dad and he's fine.
No, I mean like.
now he's a new
No,
dad.
I mean like
New
George
dads are
has
fine.
uncle vibes.
Yeah,
Not
he
to
do.
say it's incestual, but it's just like somebody like not George.
Give me an uncle that you think is fine.
Like
It's so silent.
no. Who gives me uncle vibes?
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Probably have to be somebody older. Like
Tehran?
maybe
Like Snoop?
no, that's gross. I'm talking about like
I'm like Tehran on the
like
show.
maybe I want to say like Diddy kind of gives me uncle daddy vibes, but he's a clean uncle daddy.
Diddy kind of gives daddy
I
vibes.
would-
He
yeah, I
gives
would say
daddy
daddy.
vibes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Diddy
saying.
He wouldn't be
good.
like, I don't know about him being like a cool uncle though, like your rich uncle, because it's like he don't really claim no nieces and nephews that we know of, besides Biggie's kids.
I'm
And like, we
talking
don't even
about
see
the
them
look
either.
of him. I'm talking about an older person that looks. Never mind, doesn't matter. George
We'll
ain't
pass
cute.
now. I was about to say no. Yeah, George isn't cute.
So you don't think he's cute?
No.
I thought you were
I
to
just
say
was
maybe you
trying
thought
to
he was.
ask a question about George. I just want to know if you guys thought he was cute.
I'm like, well, speaking of asking questions for any of our viewers that are curious where to find us.
Of course. After Buzzers, we have so much. Our network produces
AfterBuzz.
after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows, as you know, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help, of course. As always, we're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channels, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because it's completely optional. So hit the subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so we can holler you out in the comments. Even though this is our last show, we still can holler you out today or on our future shows to come. And for now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Shmarri. And if
Always.
you guys are tuning in to us on iTunes, go ahead and give us that 5 stars. So I'm like, going back to the challenge. So Crystal kind of almost found herself in a hard position because it was like the strategy of like telling people all the word on the street, like, hey, you guys want to buy packages? It kind of bit her in the butt a little bit. She wasn't selling them. So I was like, but I was thinking it was like, How come nobody went to social media? It was like social media was a big part this whole season, and nobody.
Yeah, I was just, like, they went out blazing with that in the beginning. That was like the big thing. Like, let's post, let's do that. And I was like, nobody thought to maybe post something.
Well, eventually, Crystal did. They kind of used social media and hashtags and stuff like that, which I think was her winning chance. That's how she sold 4 tables, like you know. And then of course, George. I don't think they even use social media at all. I don't think they even use that.
Because he's on the uncle team. They don't like, we not using that social media stuff. We
don't know how to use it.
We're going to get the yellow pages and call people and see if they want to come down.
I do have a question real quick. Did you buy George's little emotional moment?
Oh, he was crying, y'all.
Yeah,
we definitely got to shine light on his little tears, y'all.
Did it touch you at all, or are you just kind of like, whatever?
Good question, Shmarri. I think I was a little whatever. I kind of felt bad. I'm like, I don't know, I'm a little contradiction because I'm like, I kind of felt bad for him, but at the same time, I was like, no, I'm not here for it.
Right, because you're just now showing this emotion.
I'm telling you, I'm still sticking with like, he didn't burn so many bridges. Like, it's way too late.
The George who cried wolf, I did not care. Okay.
Wow, you guys are some tough ones. I did feel a little bit for him just because, I think that George has a softer side inside, but I think that he puts this hard.
Does he? How you know? You know,
because everybody does. I think George just puts on for, he's trying to be like focused. And I think his tactic was to try to eliminate people, which he admitted, but it bit him in the butt.
He always has a motive. You see, he was like, dang, I'm about to lose. Bringing the tears, like this will do it.
This was on the confessional, so nobody even knew this but us now. Like, so true. It really wasn't like T.I. saw him crying.
He was like, oh, I just don't want to go back to selling the drugs. And,
But okay, but
so now we know what you're about to do.
I thought he was a college professor.
No, but remember his whole little slogan at the beginning was like, I went from selling dope to selling hope. So it was like.
So now he has to go back to selling drugs?
I just don't see George on the street. I just don't see George in that. Like, I don't see him. I would not go to George for drugs.
He's going to go right back to Walmart where he started. He worked at Walmart.
What, in customer service?
I can see him. I can't lie. I won't lie. George, I could totally see you in the blue little apron.
As a greeter? Welcome to Walmart. Oh my God, I would die.
You guys are so mean. That man is a hustler.
No, but he is a hustler, and like T.I. said, like
that was Ivan.
Yeah.
like T.I. said, George he's won 3 challenges when he was lead, and I mean he does have the hustle in him. He just don't know how to work with people.
To be honest, if I had a business, George would be a consideration. To be honest,
for behind the scenes, for something that you don't have to work with others, for something on the back end or talk, definitely something.
You'd be like a content creator.
Or no, I need him on like something analytics. I need him over the numbers. I need him on something where you do not talk to anybody. Like I literally reach out to you to know how things are going, like how sales are going and what we can do to reach this number. But I don't want you dealing with any of my employees. Mm-mm.
He did say he was like a business consultant or whatever. So that's
true.
Okay, so George has how many hustles at this point?
He got too many hats. He wearing too many hats. Because I think his little lower third was saying he was a professor, and then at the beginning, I think he was like, I'm a business strategist, marketing strategy.
And he's a professor. Okay.
It was a lie. Yeah, because he was out there preaching to that young boy about his college
whose father
football
was
player.
Right there.
Yeah, like it was too much, George. It was a lot of George this season.
It was.
Oh, so much. But okay, so yeah, to wrap up, y'all, we get to our final eliminations. Crystal looked gorge in her little dress.
Did.
She had on like
really
little thread. We'll get into our little fashion segment.
Her young looked like they were going to prom. It was
they
cute.
Did look
little
matching outfits.
Yeah.
I was like, how did his jacket match her dress perfectly?
It was very promish.
I was like, oh, but I forgot they homegirls. Aren't they like, no, was it Jillian or was it Crystal?
No, it's Crystal and Jonathan.
They knew each other, right?
I mean,
okay,
Crystal and Gracie, I think, are close too.
Oh.
I don't get it.
Because it's like, who cares about Gracie?
Oh.
It's like she has nothing to do with this episode. So I don't know what I was thinking. I was
anyway, I'm like, yeah, so T.I., of course, throws everything out there. He's like, hey, from the beginning, Crystal, you've kind of been like a no, there's no I in team. Like, you've proved to be like a team player, blah, blah, blah. Like, you've done your best. George kind of started off a little rocky. Then it was like your efforts never went unnoticed. Like, you had a great strategy for the whole thing. But ultimately, I was like, there can only be one winner, y'all, and it was Crystal. Yes. So shout out to Crystal.
Yes.
I was like, I predicted it. Chellz, she thought it was going to be George just because the underdog. But
I did. I honestly did think it was going to be George. I think it was just going to be like that shock factor for shock value. I thought it was going to be George.
Yeah,
but it wasn't. And I'm glad it's Crystal. She deserved it. She worked really hard.
Yeah. Definitely.
And she has the personality. She definitely gets along with, like you said, she gets along with everybody. She didn't burn any bridges. She was cool.
Because if you think in the long run, could you imagine like T.I. sending George to do something?
Them kids would have had him like, no.
Or he's just going to be like insubordinate. He's going to be like, I ain't doing that. Like, I'm a business. I don't need to be fetching. Like, no, thank you, George.
Crystal was a great choice. I was like, I want to see what happens with her in the future with like Grand Hustle and how far she's going to go.
I mean, we won't see, but yeah.
Just real quick, Ivan getting drunk.
Oh my God, Ivan was so drunk.
He was bent over twerking though. Ivan, you know,
we love you,
great.
Ivan. But...
Ivan, absolutely hilarious. Love your personality. The life of the party. Without Ivan, I mean, it's not the same.
It wasn't, but he got a little too sloppy. He was in the hotel room stumbling, dropping glasses.
I mean, the fact
popping
that
bubbly, like
Crystal literally pulled Ivan and was like, "Get out! You have to go." He was showing out.
And then at eliminations, you sleep in the hotel. T.I. like, where Ivan at? Like, oh, he didn't have a rough night. He out there not.
Was it all the champagne, or was he drinking some of the alcohol? And
he was sipping in a bottle service. What, girl? They just standing around jamming.
Look, Ivan said, "I ain't never been to Vegas. I'm about to turn up."
Girl, Vegas is lit.
Oh, he's such a country bumpkin. He's never been to Vegas.
He's real country.
Oh my gosh. It was like seeing another part of the world for him.
It probably was.
Oh, that's
poor
cute.
Ivan. Like, poor Ivan.
That's cute. What happened?
If you guys, so I'm like, quick question. Look, can't even get it out. I'm like stumbling on my words. Quick question. So, besides Crystal, who do you guys think, like, out of all castmates, like, if you would have had to choose one person to win overall, who do you think you would have chose?
I would chose Jonathan.
Yes, thinking Jonathan.
I kind of still think I would have stuck with mine of Javi. I still kind of think Javi would have did like a great job.
You know what? Maybe it should have been a woman as opposed to a man, because not to say that women are used to doing like not grueling work, but like going to be an assistant. I just think women, we have that in us to just kind of run errands and do things. So I think if it ever is in a position to where you have to do that, I think women are better. Besides my man, he has a pride, he has his ego, and like it's like, I'm not about to go fetch no food or anything. I think I can see a man having a hard time working for another man and doing things that they consider to be, you know, undermining to them.
I agree, because I'm like, I wouldn't be opposed to going to get a little Starbucks, but it's like,
me either.
Like, oh, I got a degree. Why am I going to get Starbucks and coffee?
Jonathan too. He was like, I have a master's degree. I shouldn't be going to get food.
He was about to quit on the spot. Like,
and then, you know, like we talked about with him here, like he is emotional, so it wouldn't have worked. So maybe you're right. Javi would have been another good candidate.
I think Sierra as well.
Oh yeah, Sierra.
Shout out to Sierra. We love her.
Yeah, Javi or Sierra would have worked. Jillian's too emotional.
No. Oh yeah, Jillian would have been the worst choice. To be honest.
Jillian just angry. Seems like all the time.
She needs some deeper spiritual finding that she need to find within herself. Because I'm like, she's just too angry. Like, sis, how you get brought back as like the help, and it's like you still mad. Like, like girl, you got a free trip to Vegas, free drinks, free whatever. All you had to do was pretty much help him sell some tickets or whatever. And you still complaining? Like, he didn't do nothing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she's still...
It was too theatrical for me.
Yeah, she's too angry.
I was just like, no, sis, no.
And that's why you didn't win.
For it. Yeah.
Period.
So I'm like, yes. I'm like, before we get out of here, let's do our quick little fashion segment. I was like, no T.I. trivia. I'm like, no questions. I think I done asked a whole bunch of T.I. questions.
I think we got everything.
So I'm like, sorry, no, this is George.
Hey, Uncle.
He actually looks nice right here. With
he looks like a night, like Uncle G. Like, oh, my uncle looked nice for the wedding. That's what it gives me.
His little Pee Wee Herman suit.
Yeah, with his bow tie.
He looked nice. So we'll give him a little hot. Oh, we went fast. Okay, this is T.I. This one came a little blurry. This was George, his little one-on-one, but I was trying to capture T.I.'s. I meant to crop that. So T.I.'s in like some army joggers.
He looks great always.
Yeah, I was like, he has like a little Gucci fanny pack to the side and then like a black sweater paired with it. Yeah, he just looks amazing.
He does.
So Javi had on another creation, and she actually had herself on her shirt.
Oh, and was that her on her shirt?
Yeah, that was herself. Oh. And she had a gold glitter lip of her Poppin' lipstick line.
Right.
I think that's the name of it, actually. Poppin'.
Poppin', yeah.
I don't know. I don't like the gold with the blonde, so I'm actually going to give this a nod. It didn't look real on TV.
Okay.
What do you think, Chellz?
What do you mean? The next picture. Who are we talking about?
See, herself is on the shirt. And then it's like, Jonathan is just looking like the baby little king he is. And then
very casual.
Yeah. Jillian just looked annoyed. But she just, had a basic little black. I'll give it a nod.
Yeah, very regular, very basic.
Her hair is my favorite.
I'll give it a nod. Yeah, her hair is really pretty.
I love the top.
Yes, I love that T.I. I love how busy it is.
And we're not just saying that because it's his show.
Yeah,
it looks like real. It's like real Versace.
Yeah, and it's busy, and I like it though.
My K-Dub had his little sweatshirt.
She's cute. She looks so cute.
Her blazer was a little busy, but I was like, actually.
I mean, she likes floral. I definitely
she does.
That's been her thing, yeah.
She looked cute.
And so Jonathan
always looks great.
Yeah.
That little chest shoe, Jonathan, okay.
I know. I was like, is that a couple little buttons open we see there with some little taco meat showing?
Never fails with the part, with the side part.
Sierra, yes, come through with your Michelle Obama blazer.
Yeah, it was cute. I like Sierra's
and
outfit
I love
too.
Sierra with black hair. I was telling Shmarri that. I was like, I like her with dark hair.
Me too.
I'm like, I think that was there.
You know, it depends with Sierra. For me, like, I change my hair a lot, and I can see like what event or what situation causes for Sierra to have like blonde hair or gray, and then what causes for black. Yeah. It's like she wouldn't look professional tonight, so it's like when you go on the interview, it's like, okay, let me put my black hair on. So I think that's what it calls for tonight. But then I've seen her in other pictures where she's other places and her hair is blonde. I'm like, okay, that makes sense why you chose.
Scene,
like why you chose blonde. Like, and it looked really cute.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm like, that's all we have for our season, you guys.
Oh my God.
I'm like, do we have any predictions? I don't know. They didn't really come out and say that they got approved for a season 2, but like just kind of off the whim, if they had a season 2, what do you guys think predictions for next season?
Well, like I was
AfterBuzz TV prediction.
This is new.
Very new. So like I was telling Jonathan, I was like, wow, if they have a season 2, why don't they bring you back as like a consultant? You know, like I can see that, like, you know, we have new participants here, but we're gonna bring someone who knows how challenging this could be. Jonathan, and he come in like, what's up, y'all? You know, like I was here last season. Like
how this goes.
Exactly. Yeah. I think they should do that.
Yeah, I could kind of see them coming, like being like teacher aides, type of thing, like assistants or whatever.
Or like having it be like T.I. in that was the Eagle Eye room.
Yeah.
And then was it K-Dub? And then like having one person from the last season, like they all watching.
Yeah.
And then they're talking about like the different challenges, like, you know, that would be pretty cool.
Probably to compare, like, do you how'd you feel last season versus like this season?
I think that would be good. That we're producing basically a show right now. That's what we're doing. We're just producing a show for them.
Give us our credits.
My only prediction is that the amount of episodes is like cut in half to maybe like 6. I think this one was about 12 weeks. I just think that
because he could have made them individual, right?
Yeah,
I was about to say
we could have did double eliminations the first 6 weeks, and then really work with the people at the end. Because that was a lot.
I predict that I hope he does individual challenges. Because it was like the group challenges was so long. It was like you waited till last episode to do an individual challenge.
And I think even when you do group challenges, even if that team won, you still need to let go of somebody off the team. Don't sit here and let the whole team off just because certain people help. That's not fair.
He should have got rid of people a long time ago. It was so many people that you could have just got rid of. That was just
off
like
charts.
Just taking up space, wasting time. We was like, how are they still here?
Tara.
What was the white
Gracie.
girl's name?
Oh my God, Vanessa. Like, why she wasn't there either, but.
Of course, you won't come back.
Makes sense.
Well, yes, Hustlers has been such a great season. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Thank you so much
for tuning in.
Yes, I'm your host, Kayla Rene'e. You guys can follow me on Instagram at @the_Kayla Rene'e, and watch me also on Tuesdays, Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, and Wednesdays on American Horror Story.
All right. Well, guys, it's my last show for now, but I will be back soon, and you can follow me on Instagram at Shmarri Hartzog.
What's up, guys? You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Chellz Evette, and you can also catch me on Thursday nights for the Empire After Show.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
I don't want to miss you, you know?
Thanks.
Oh, wow. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.